Now we're back to oil being whipsawed by these OPEC headlines. We have an OPEC meeting, an informal meeting on Saturday. Libya is supposed to attend. Then on Monday, we get the OPEC and Russia meeting. What are we going to be looking for?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be the fireworks you would expect in a Vienna meeting, but this is more important than most, and here's the reason why. Exactly what you pointed out. Libya, Nigeria have been producing a lot more than anyone anticipated. They've been rebounding. The Libyans have been invited along to this meeting. Now, we're not quite sure what they're going to be asked, but there have been suggestions that maybe they now need to start thinking about agreeing to a supply cap to their own supply. Mostly, that's about giving the market some certainty, but partly it's also trying to bring everyone back into the fold. Now, remember, Ecuador sort of pulled out of this deal last week. Now, it's a rounding error in barrel terms, but psychologically hugely important, and we did see a dip in the price on the back of that. So they're trying to regain confidence.
Yeah, and to what you're saying, take a look at the Bloomberg here. This is the chart that's telling that exact story. This is WTI prices is the blue line. The white line is Libyan oil production. But the rumors are that it's actually all the way up here to 1.1 million barrels a day. Right now, it's forecasted to be at 840,000 barrels a day. But like you said, it's not just Libya. I mean, you also have Iraq saying yesterday that they want to be pumping 500 million barrels a day by the end of the year. Ecuador, you had Kuwait also talking about ramping up production. Does the actual technicalities matter, or is it the sentiment?
I think it's sentiment at this stage. So the Libyan production, the Nigerian production, and to some extent the Iraqi production bounces around all over the place. And that's a lot to do with the infrastructure and the kind of environments that these countries are trying to operate in. You also have to feel some sympathy for them. I mean, if you think about Libya and what it's gone through in the last few years, the lack of money and what they need to rebuild, it seems a little unfair to say, well, look, you can't produce at full capacity because everyone else needs a higher oil price. So I think it's a debate they're going to have. I don't think we're going to see any sort of resolution of this in St. Petersburg over the weekend and into Monday, but it sort of sets us up for the rhetoric that we might get in the months leading up to the next OPEC meeting proper.
Great stuff.